Hello.
Hi, Susanna.
Thank you, Listen, for taking my invitation to do this interview, because I would really like to talk a little bit more about your beautiful dog Junior and about what we did together to help him with his issue, which was maybe you can say a little bit more about why you decided to use my help to work on his behavioral problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean Junior. So this is Junior, and Junior is a Doberman, and obviously a big dog. And we moved from Canada, so he moving here. I guess he had some issues that came out after we moved here, and such as bikes. He would react to bikes coming by, or even being at home. He had a hard time relaxing and being calm at home, and those kind of things. Yeah.
I want to ask you, what did you find the most unusual from what we did?
I mean, yeah, the whole TTouch training and, with the wraps and all that was totally new to me. Yes. But what I really enjoyed was that it was a positive training, because we only used positive training with Junior, and I always wanted to continue using positive training. So this was a new positive training that I never knew before, and it was very interesting because I never really, it was a new way to communicate with Junior, a new way to calm him down and make him also more confident in his body, and using the wraps, which is really weird, right? Because
it is.
Putting stuff, you don't really think like, okay, what is it doing? And because at first it was very challenging. Yes. With Junior, because it was brand new to him, and I think at first he thought it was more of a game or a toy, so he wanted to play with it. So that was very challenging at first, and especially around the head was actually the one around the head was a lot easier for him, because I think it made him really relax. And he quite enjoyed that one, and actually sometimes he just falls asleep, with the head wrap.
Yes, I remember.
Which was nice. And then, but I think the body wrap, maybe it was more uncomfortable or something for him, and he always wanted to take it off, and so that took more time for him to get used to.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. Yes. That's what I noticed as well, that he was quite uncomfortable with that, but that's quite normal for many dogs, because it's something completely new for them, to wear this kind of things. Yeah. And it's very surprising that he really he accepted so quickly the head wrap, but it's not that he has to accept everything we do. Actually, the most important is to try different touches, different wraps, different groundwork exercise, and see what works for the dog. Yeah. So we also did some sessions outside. So my fiance helped with the skateboard. He was hiding. That was very funny, because when we did it for the first time, we didn't even know how we were going to do that, and so he was hiding behind a fence and just waiting for me to give him the signal to start skateboarding. So that was quite challenging to coordinate with the traffic and stuff. But we did I think 3 sessions outside. And how is Junior now after all that work which we did?
I mean, it's still a work in progress, but we can definitely see that he's gone a lot better with bicycles. Now he's not so quick to respond. And at home, especially, he's a lot calmer and a lot more relaxed, and he's not wanting attention, like, you know, as much. And he can, especially after a walk, like now he can just rest and be a lot more calm at home. There's still work to do outside, but I think that takes a little bit more time and patience because of getting, you know, being reactive to those things. But definitely you can see a lot of improvements. And now even when there's motorbikes, just to have him like look at me and make that connection that, okay, if there's a bike or a motorbike coming, then I'm gonna get a treat, and making that positive association with the bike or the motorbike.
That's really nice what you mentioned, that, you know, after that he can at least, like, he's able to stop watching like a fast moving object and instead look at you. So, you know, you're able to bring to get his attention. So because many people want to start a training right away with a dog which is over the threshold and all the time, and, you know, because of that the dog of course cannot focus so well. So that's very important to remember about relaxation, and that, you know, we should always start with that. I really like pointed to people that we always should start with relaxation, with bringing the stress level down, and then we can work on other issues. So that's nice. And of course I really want to stress that it's not that you know, I did everything myself, because Lizen was great. It's like she really did her homework, and I'm really happy to work with people like you, because many people, you know, when they call dog behaviorist, or they expect that person to solve all the problems. And as you can see, you're the essential part of the process, right? It's not that, oh, somebody is coming and, you know, we will do 1 hour session, and then, you know, like after a week we will do another one and everything will be solved, right? It takes time, and also like you also have to do something about it, right?
I think the training is more for the owner, right, than it is for the dog, because you need to know how to control those behaviors. And I think for me, like the best thing that I really got from you was that reassurance that, okay, what I'm doing is the right thing to do. And because you're always second guessing when these behaviors come up, and sometimes you don't know how to deal with them, right? And you don't know if you're doing the right thing, or if you should maybe do something different. And like getting your perspective on it, and knowing, okay, yes, you're doing right here. Okay, maybe you should do you know, this way instead. Like getting that reassurance and getting like that extra knowledge about dog training and why maybe those behaviors are coming out really helps a lot. And then, you know, okay, I just have to continue what I'm doing. And then because the results don't come overnight, right? It is a process, and with any dog and with any behaviors, you're gonna have to work on it, and it takes time and patience.
Exactly.
So, but it's good to know that at least what you're doing contributes to the steps it needs to take to get those behaviors under control, or make them better.
Exactly, because I don't treat myself as a person who knows everything, who has like solution for everything. I'm just mostly I'm there with the dog parent to guide and to give some instructions, like, okay, you can improve this, you can do this differently, or you can try this and that and see how it works. Because like I'm not the person who you're the person who are with your dog most of the time, so what can I do with that? I can just it's like give you some instructions and some guidelines, and that's it. So I'm really happy that you mentioned that, because people expect me or some other like dog behaviors to come and just they just want to give them give that person their dog and just tell them, just here is my dog, just fix the problem, and just bring your dog my dog back in 2 weeks, but this is not how it works. It's like working on behavior, like on the emotional level and emotional state. So it's a very different process. Plus, as you can see, like when you know how to handle this the different situations, and you become more confident, then it works very much, right?
Then me as a parent, I become more as a parent.
I love that.
Dog parent, I become more confident in knowing that I'm doing the right thing and that I'm working towards making his behavior better. And there's always like roller coaster, right? Like some days he's better, some days he's not. Like sometimes we'll run into a cat like right off the bat, and then after that he'll be more reactive to more little things, right? So it also you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, but it's all like a process. And then but we definitely saw because that was over the summer, and you definitely
I remember,
after a few months you see those changes, and it's great when you can really like notice that like that he is getting calmer. And
that's true. Yes, he's so adorable. I cannot focus. No, he's a very good boy. So it's also very important to remember that dogs, they don't have to be perfect. Many people think that oh my god, my dog has barked once today, so there is something going on. But no, it doesn't have to mean anything. Maybe there were too many triggers which stacked up, and now your dog is just more irritated or just more nervous. Just with that, like with us, when we have too many things which stress us out, we also get more irritated with somebody like wants something from us, or something else happens. So that's how we should treat our dogs as well, just to be more understanding. Thank you, Lisa. It was really nice working with you. Thank you very much for your cooperation and for this interview as well. I'm really happy that you could also share your experience with other dog parents, so they can know that even if they have some issues with their dogs, they can still do something about it. So
yes. Definitely. No, I definitely.
Last word.
I can definitely say that Susanna's a great dog trainer and behaviorist, and I really, really enjoy working with her. And Junior really enjoyed working with her too, and was excited every time she would put up a new obstacle course for him, and it was always a lot of fun.
Oh,
yes,
I'm happy you both enjoyed that.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you.